Hey, what's going on, guys? This is the second part of countering Bruce Cumings' book, North Korea, Another Country. I talked about in the previous video, he lists the statistics of the bombing campaign, the capital city of Pyongyang, 75% destroyed by the U.S. bombing campaign, and the town of Shinanju, 100% destroyed. Sarawon, 95% destroyed. But here's the other thing, okay? When North Korea first invaded South Korea, they disguised a lot of the planes, the North Korean Yak-9 planes, they painted South Korean logos on it so they could get real close to South Korean civilians or foreign civilians, people from Norway and the U.S., civilians or people in administrative jobs, and go down there and then strafe them and try to shoot them. Cumings makes no note of that. He makes no note that North Korea disguised them, painted their planes with South Korean logos to get to South Korean civilians and U.S. civilians. And I read a book called UN Forces in the Korean War. That happened. Okay, and as I've said in previous videos, North Koreans disguise themselves as South Korean soldiers to get to the South Koreans and the Americans. They disguise themselves as civilians as well. Cumings makes no note of that. That's why the bombing campaign was so intense. That's the main reason. Those are the main reasons, and Cumings did not make any note of that in the book North Korea, Another Country. He made some note of guerrilla warfare, but it was few and far between. He did not make much note of the guerrilla warfare that North Korea waged during the Korean War. Also, in the book The Aquariums of Pyongyang, he talks about how Kang Chol-won said he didn't die of starvation, and he didn't really see anybody in the camp die of starvation. Okay, what Cumings fails to note is that they didn't have any running water in that camp, okay? And they had to catch a lot of their water from rain or snow. And also, even though they did not die of starvation, Kang Chol-won did an interview with the Bush Center, George W. Bush Center, and he was fed, Kang Chol-won said he was fed only half of a lot of the grams of food you need not to stay healthy. So he was not given enough food to stay healthy, even though nobody in that camp really died of starvation. Cumings doesn't make much mention of that. So be careful when you read that book, North Korea, Another Country. He really doesn't talk about Kim Jong-il as like the playboy or the womanizer or the selfish person that Kim Jong-il was. Blaine Harden notes that Kim Jong-il put sugar in around apple trees. And this is a country, North Korea, that's depraved of sugar. He would put sugar around the apple trees to make the apples on his apple trees taste better. Okay? He also talks about how Kim Il-sung died of, North Korea's first leader, Kim Il-sung, died of natural causes at the age of 82. Well, Kim Jong-il, his son, could have easily killed Kim Il-sung. All the doctors or anybody that was present at Kim Il-sung's mansion other than Kim Jong-il were either executed or they wound up in concentration camps. Kim Il-sung wanted to open up North Korea to the West during that time. Kim Jong-il said no, it wasn't the right time. There was a dispute between father and son, and Kim Il-sung was leader of North Korea. He could have had any of the doctors he wanted with him at any time, but no doctor was present in the mansion. And then a helicopter came of doctors. The helicopter crashed. But everyone who was present at that camp either ended up executed. Everyone who was present at that mansion except for Kim Jong-il either were executed or they ended up in concentration camps. Victor Cha, who has his PhD, notes that in his book, The Impossible State. He talks about Kim Il-sung's death that way. And Bruce Cumings makes no note of that. So, anyway, hope everyone's doing well. Take care. God bless. And bye-bye. Bye-bye.